Open world design. In 2012, a game about an island changed everything. That game was Far Cry 3. A year later, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. It made $1 billion in 3 days. It is one of the biggest games ever made. But being big does not mean being perfect. If we look closely at how the game plays, we can see holes. The city of Los Santos is huge and looks very real. But when you walk down the street, what are you actually doing? Far Cry 3 knew how to make you want to play. It gave you clear reasons to act. It made you want to hunt, shoot, and explore. Grand Theft Auto 5 had the money and the tech. It had the best random, organic surprises. But it forgot to give players a good reason to care about the world outside of the main story. This is a sharp look at what the city of Los Santos could have learned from the jungle of Rook Island. We will break down the design choices, we will look why we do things in games, and we will see how combining the two new games would make a better open world. Let us talk about game design choices. When you make a game, you have to decide what the player will do. In Grand Theft Auto 5, the choices are mostly driving and shooting. The world is a giant playground. You can steal a fast car, you can drive up a mountain, you can jump out of a plane. The game gives you a huge sandbox. But the sandbox feels like a movie set. When the main story missions are over, the world feels empty. Yes, you can play tennis, you can do yoga, you can buy a business, but none of these things change how you play the game. Playing tennis does not make you shoot better. Doing yoga does not make your car go faster. The design choice here was to make a real feeling world. But in a game, a real feeling world can be boring if there is no strong reason to interact with it. Think about Far Cry 3. When you step into the jungle, everything matters. You see a pig. You do not just look at the pig, you shoot the pig. Why? Because the pig skin lets you carry more bullets. This is a simple design choice, but it changes everything. The world is not just there to look pretty. The world is a tool. You use the world to get stronger. Grand Theft Auto 5 built a much better looking world, but it forgot to make it a useful tool for the player. To understand this better, we must talk about two big ideas, but we will make them simple. The ideas are intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Motivation means the reason why you do something. Intrinsic motivation means you do something just because it is fun. You drive off a ramp in a sports car because flying through the air feels good. You do not get a prize for it. The fun is the prize. Grand Theft Auto 5 is very good at this. Just driving around listening to the radio is fun. Getting chased by the police is fun. The game is built on intrinsic motivation. The act of playing is the reward. But games also need extrinsic motivation. This means you do something to get a prize. You beat a boss to get a magic sword. You collect coins to buy a new hat. Far Cry 3 is the king of this idea. You climb a tall tower. Why? Because it clears the map and gives you free guns. You take over an enemy camp. Why? Because it gives you a safe place to fast travel and unlocks new missions. Grand Theft Auto 5 fails at extrinsic motivation. The main reward in the game is money. You do heists to get money. But what do you buy with the money? You can buy cars, but you can just steal cars for free. You can buy clothes, but clothes do not help you survive a gunfight. You can buy guns, but the game already gives you plenty of guns in the story. Because the money does not buy anything that changes the gameplay, the extrinsic motivation breaks down. You stop caring about the money. And when you stop caring about the money, you stop caring about doing extra things in the open world. So, how could Grand Theft Auto 5 learn from Far Cry 3? We must look at the enemy bases. In Far Cry 3, the island is covered in red camps. These camps belong to the bad guys. Taking them over is the best part of the game. You can sneak in. You can go in loud. You can use a sniper. When you win, the camp turns blue. Your friends move in. The world changes because of what you did. Grand Theft Auto 5 could have done this with street gangs. Los Santos is full of gangs. There are the Ballas, the Vagos, and the Lost MC. The game could have put gang hideouts all over the city. Taking over a gang hideout would give you a strong reason to explore. But remember, we need extrinsic motivation. What is the prize? If you take over a Ballas hideout, maybe you unlock a special car armor upgrade that you cannot get anywhere else. If you clear out a Lost MC bar, maybe you get a special shotgun. Maybe clearing a neighborhood makes the police come faster when you call them. This gives the player a reason to fight. It gives them a reason to plan an attack. It turns the city from a simple background into a map of puzzles to solve. And it gives rewards that actually change how the player plays the next part of the game. You would hunt gang leaders the same way you hunted sharks in the deep jungle. Now we must talk about the best part of Grand Theft Auto V, the organic surprises. Organic means it feels natural, like it just happened on its own. The game is full of these. You are walking down the street. Suddenly, a man screams. A thief just stole his wallet. You can chase the thief. You can shoot the thief. Or you can let him go. These small events make the city feel alive. Far Cry 3 has these too, but they are different. In Far Cry, systems crash into each other. A group of bad guys is walking down a dirt road. Suddenly, a tiger jumps out of the bushes and attacks them. The game did not plan this as a story event. The animal system just met the enemy system. It is a surprise for the player. If Grand Theft Auto V added Far Cry 3's gang hideouts, it could mix these two ideas. Imagine you are sneaking into a gang hideout in Los Santos. You are on the roof. You are trying to be quiet. But then an organic surprise happens. A police car chases a random drunk driver into the alley next to the hideout. The gang members start shooting at the police. The police shoot back. The whole plan is ruined, but in a very fun way. The systems crash together. The world feels alive like Far Cry, but it has the human, city-level surprises of Grand Theft Auto. By adding strong goals to unpredictable events, the gameplay becomes much deeper. The player has a goal, but the world gets in the way. This is the big lesson the city should have learned from the jungle.